guys, Gutslove here, and welcome back to another Death Battle React video. This time it's going to be Zatanna versus the Scarlet Witch. And before we begin, of course, I think I mentioned this in the last React video, the one with Jinx and Harley, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Scarlet Witch because of WandaVision and yeah, I'm more exposed to her compared to Zatanna. I only remember Zatanna because of that one Justice League animated episode where Wonder Woman turned into a pig because of Circe, who is a Greek mythological character who appeared in the Odyssey. So I know who Circe is, not to mention in that one Turf's book, who will not be named, in the Game Boy Advance, no, not in the Game Boy Color video game of said book, especially the first one. You could collect the little, you know, the famous witches and wizards cards, and one of them was Circe with one of the side bosses, which was really cool. But let's not talk about her because reasons. So let's jump in, and unfortunately, just like with the Harley and Jinx video, I was spoiled on who is gonna be fighting next. I wanted to avoid that, but I was so busy yesterday, so that's why I'm recording a day after the Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna fight came out. So you are prone to spoilers if you do not watch it on the first day. So let's just jump right to it. Kind of cool that this episode was sponsored by that movie that my mom wants to see, The Northman. I have watched The Bewitch. It's really good.
The Scarlet Witch.
Yes, the queen.
Zatanna, DC's
Oh, I always pronounce it as Zatanna, so it's both.
The mystic arts like gods to reshape
Oh, WandaVision.
And there are those.
Yeah, there we go. There she is.
Hell of a show. Either way, don't
Look at them legs.
You know what's good for you. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
And who would win a death battle? Oh, so it's gonna be Pixels. Nice. There we go. Oh, Markiplier. Well, I think that was Markiplier. No, wait, it was Doctor Strange. They couldn't use Markiplier stuff. It's because Markiplier released a video of space. There we go. Oh, yes, Spider-Verse. I can't wait for that movie.
Of a single mortal woman to control at her whim. Imagine the danger we're all in.
Oh, hi. Oh, that was Scarlet Witch in the X-Men Evolution?
Because her
Wow.
name is Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. As a kid, she and her brother Peter
Yay.
were poor Romani, who were lucky enough to be turned into super-powered freaks by the High Evolutionary. Unable to control her apparently new magical abilities, it wasn't long before Wanda lost control and was branded a witch.
No.
Until who would show up but the mutant
Yeah.
magnetism himself, Magneto. Definitely giving off some big dad energy there. So to return Magneto's
How unfortunate that Magneto isn't their dad in the comics. That's kind of unfortunate.
Name there, Magneto, solid branding. And it wasn't long before she traded her supervillain creds for a membership with the Avengers.
Oh, hi.
Which might have been a bit too much for poor Wanda because she definitely drew the superpower short stick.
Yikes.
By waving her hands, Wanda could create small random events known as hexes, subtly altering the probability of any event happening. That's a cool way of saying she could do like one magic-y thing per fight and then be totally useless.
Oh, that sucks.
Here, some telekinesis there, a force field if she's feeling frisky. Not exactly the same oomph as, say, the God of Thunder or the Jolly Green Whirlwind. Something strange was happening. Over time, her hexes increased in breadth and power,
Nice.
as if there was more to Wanda's powers than met the eye. She learned to slow and stop time, drain and absorb energy, duplicate herself and others, teleport to different dimensions.
Okay, that's really cool.
Of their powers entirely. It was almost as if there was more to Wanda than just being some random science experiment. Let's ask our resident expert.
Oh, that
on the
dress.
deepest trenches of character history. Jocelyn, if you will.
Yay, Jocelyn!
In reality, Wanda's powers weren't entirely the result of the High Evolutionary, nor was she the mutant daughter of Magneto, as he's claimed. Her powers weren't just some simple hexes. She might as well have been a god. Until now, she had merely been dipping her toes into the vast ocean known as chaos magic.
Ooh,
Though her powers
okay.
may seem to be the byproduct of science, they were in reality the gift of the Lovecraftian elder god Cthon, who attempted to turn Wanda into his future vessel.
No.
Reminds me of my summers by the sea with old Uncle Yogg-Sothoth.
I know who Yogg-Sothoth is. I know who it is.
Anything she could think of, turning a mathematical impossibility
Oh
into
my
an
God.
absolute certainty, and vice versa. Wanda's
Hi,
powers
Donator.
kept growing and growing, turning her into a being strong enough to rival even the mightiest of gods. Like, literally, Wanda's chaos magic is counterpart to the Phoenix Force.
Ooh, okay, that's cool.
You know, that fiery space chicken that can destroy the
Fiery
universe?
space chicken.
Wanda fought it, and even briefly erased it from existence.
At her height, the Scarlet Witch achieved total control over energy, the weather, the elements, your mind, your body, your soul.
Yo mama.
Time, all of matter, and all of reality. She can wipe you from existence with a thought and rend the very fabric of the universe as though it were tissue paper.
Oh my
She
God.
isn't even limited to chaos magic either. They might not have been what made her a god, but the High Evolutionary's experiments did make her more receptive to channeling magical energy. Oh, maybe that's why Mama Boomstick always warned me about redheads. She's so receptive, in fact, that Wanda is the lone nexus being of the 616 reality. A focal point for the universe's magical energies, and one that belongs equally to all other timelines.
It's no wonder she was considered a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, shit, why wasn't she? She might as well be a walking, talking Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, she may have the power
yeah.
of a god, but she's still stuck with a human's body that can be overpowered by physically stronger foes.
True.
Though, she also survived being shot with a black matter bullet capable of, and I quote, world-shattering energy. So there's that.
What?
She does technically need to be able to think of a spell in order to get it to happen,
Huh.
so she could theoretically be blitzed. But she's also blocked Thor's galaxy-crossing hammer, kept up with dudes like X-Man who can fight within plank time, and even amp her own speed beyond the concept of speed herself. Despite being far and away the mightiest
Seriously.
heroes, Wanda resented the pressure of her incredible power. She actually wanted a quiet life as a wife and a mother.
WandaVision.
No one in comics is allowed to have a happily ever after. That life was taken from her by literal Satan. Not the last time he'd do this, too. Wanda snapped.
Seriously?
She took
Satan?
the multiverse with her. By tapping into an inconceivable and unknowable pool of energy known as the Life Force, Wanda rewrote all of reality, creating a new universe where life was just how she wanted it. No matter whose lives she had to change, in this House of M, she had her family back, but at the cost of her sanity.
Oh no.
And it wasn't long before it all came crashing down around her. Once her family and friends discovered the lie of their new lives and turned against her, she uttered 3 fateful words and erased nearly all of mutant kind.
Oh no.
No more mutants.
No!
Wanda weaved her magic throughout all of existence, created cracks across reality which spread throughout the Omniverse, and threatened to annihilate all of
So this is why Doctor Strange is the...
Marvel's infinite cosmology.
That's why.
Everything that ever was. Shit got dark, and while Wanda has worked to keep her powers in check,
Jesus.
since then, that threat is always there. But honestly, that sounds more like a problem for anyone who's stupid enough to get in her way. Both a blessing and a curse, a help and a hex. Such is the true power of the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, please tell me she's gonna win. Oh.
This episode of Death Battle-
Northman! Woo!
Remind me why you need to be holding a god-slaying axe to watch a movie trailer. Weapons of cosmic
It's because it's
destruction
awesome.
center me, Wiz. And this movie's gonna be so friggin' awesome. I needed something to match the occasion.
Yes, thank
From
you.
Visionary director Robert Eggers comes The Northman.
I haven't seen The Lighthouse, but I have seen The Bewitched.
Stars at the peak of their
That
craft,
thing was like,
including
what the
Alexander
heck?
Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy, Willem Dafoe, Ethan Hawke,
Willem
and more.
motherfucking Dafoe!
Willem Dafoe in New York speaking threatening prophecies in my dreams happens like every Tuesday night for me, so this is definitely my kind of flick.
Yeah.
It's an action-packed epic that follows a young Viking prince.
I saw this trailer when I was watching The Batman with my mom the other night because she wanted to see The Batman, and now she wants to see this, and I'm like, bruh, movie night.
See, Wiz, it really is Shakespearean.
Yikes!
Man, that was so cool. You can see the care and research in every
I want to
frame.
think that Anna Taylor-Joy is gonna be some kind of witch in this movie. I want to say, like a real witch, not trying to associate it with the Bewitched.
Go see The Northman exclusively in theaters April 22nd. That'll grow back, right?
No, it needs to be attached. It needs to be soldered. Okay, come on, Zatanna. Tell me what your abilities are because the Scarlet Witch is winning.
For never was there a greater professor of prestidigital performance. AKA magic! Except Zatanna's spells aren't just smoke and mirrors, they're the real deal. So you're really
Alessandro Cagliostro!
She knew from her father, Giovanni Zatanna, who put his powers to good use as one of DC's very first superheroes.
Oh, I recognize that other character. I forget who he is.
He debuted the same issue as Superman, and the young Zatanna was more than happy to serve as his assistant, learning everything he knew about the cutthroat world of entertainment.
Oh, boo.
Oh, and Cape shit too, but the former is way worse. She inherited her father's incredible mystical abilities as well. Essentially, anything Zatanna thinks of, she can make real. And she focuses this absurdly powerful ability by speaking
Well,
her
hi, Harley.
desired effect backwards. Her father based this technique on the diaries of Leonardo da Vinci, who some theorize wrote backwards in order to hide his ideas from the repressive medieval Catholic Church.
Nobody expects this status position.
Left-handed.
Boo.
That's another theory. If you hate fun. And Zatanna's apparently big-brained enough that she has no problem speaking backwards at the drop of a hat. Like when this one dude kept reversing time in the middle of her sentences. She started speaking in palindromes so that she'd still be speaking backwards no matter what. I mean, you know what they say, Wiz,
Cool.
Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hug. With her magic,
Okay, you really have to think about that.
To her whims. She's transmuted matter on an atomic level, teleported across dimensions, commanded the elements, turned invisible, removed powers, cast illusions.
Remove powers, really?
Minds, traveled through and stopped time, and can even wipe people from existence with a single word. It
Boo.
may not seem obvious from that hokey magic castle getup, but Zatanna is one of the most powerful sorcerers in DC. Like
In
the time
DC.
she battled the Time Tailor Zor, an old enemy of the Spectre. You know, the angel of God's divine wrath. In order to defeat an opponent of such unimaginable power, Zatanna focused her magical might into shattering
Yikes,
the
ow.
boundaries of reality. She reached out beyond the very comic panels themselves and pulled Zor's entire magical universe down around him. She literally handled all of reality like it was a sheet of paper and crumpled it in her hands.
That might seem completely incomprehensibly impossible to us, but it's all a matter of belief. Literally,
It is
as long
belief.
as Zatanna believes she can do something with her magic, she'll do it.
As she puts it, her magic is essentially asserting one reality, then replacing it with another. This is similar to other magical characters like Dr. Fate and Green
Ah,
Lantern.
Dr. Fate, that was the guy.
It's been stated to work the exact same way.
But it's not like any rando can do magic by wishing on a star. Zatanna is genetically predisposed to this kind of magical reality warping. Her mom was in actuality a homo magi, a subrace of humans that are naturally adept at magic.
So it's no wonder that Zatanna
Sure, she's
became
half.
an invaluable member of both the Justice League of America and Justice League Dark.
Oh.
The Shadow the Hedgehog version. Zatanna harnessed an entire year's worth of sunlight into a single energy blast.
Oh my
creating
God.
ruptures across all of space and time throughout the DC multiverse, and has even claimed she's as powerful as Superman himself.
Really?
Pre-Crisis Superman, in case you were wondering. Her only limit is her imagination and will. In fact, her backward speaking is mostly a stagecraft tradition meant to boost her concentration. In a pinch, she can cast a spell with a single thought, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter,
Okay.
who scanned
Yikes.
every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe?
No, don't put it on.
Completely immeasurable velocity of God. Zatanna has fended off countless reality
That
shows,
thing took your
threats,
daddy
eldritch
in one of the
upside-down
animated versions.
Primordial darkness, that is evil incarnate, and the void beyond creation, Pralaya. This shadow goop lady ate all of DC Comics.
So like Galactus.
Creation, everything. Gods, demons, rabbits, and spandex, everything. And Zatanna's magic was strong enough to hold her back. And then, after secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside
Ew.
Pralaya, she weaved a spell within him to literally regrow all of reality back in seconds.
Nice.
Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then blew her ass up from the inside with a whole new omniverse. Abracadabra.
Such is the
Damn.
almighty power of Zatanna's will. Should it falter, though, or should her focus
Ugh.
be disrupted, it could all come crashing down like a house of cards. Belief is a fragile thing, after all, and her powers were weakened for a time after she lost belief in herself.
No.
And she's definitely got one big weak point. She's a huge daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing career, she has struggled within herself to live up to her father's legacy, especially after his heroic death.
Aw.
And this MFer has died a lot of times. So Z's
That's
therapy,
sad. Oh, hi, Constantine.
especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here. No, oh wait, that's me.
Questionable romance aside, Zatanna is a consummate professional raised on one singular principle. The show must go on.
Yeah.
And she'll always finish strong with a standing ovation.
Yay! Okay, time to pause. Okay. Oof. Wow, thank you for the information on Zatanna, because now I'm thinking that maybe she's gonna have an upper hand, literally, against Scarlet Witch. And that makes me nervous because I wanted to vote for Wanda. And now Zatanna gives a few like pointers and few notes where she can basically destroy reality and replace it with her own as if it were a piece of paper, like paper mache. That is yikes. Oh. But it's also limited to her imagination and will and her belief. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna just go with this because I want to just jump into the fight. I'm going with the Scarlet Witch. Yes, I am a Wanda stan because, yikes. Like, if I had that power, the power of Wanda, I would have done something similar to what she did in WandaVision in the show. Because who doesn't want to bring back the people that they lost? The people that they loved? And yes, just as she said in the trailer for the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, if men break the rules, they're considered heroes. But if women break the rules, they're seen as villains. And yes, whoever comes at me with that, just examine what happened in the What If episode with Doctor Strange trying to bring back his loved one back. He basically destroyed reality just to get one loved one back. Yes, Scarlet Witch, WandaVision, Wanda, enslaved an entire town. But partially, she didn't know that she enslaved a town. Up until a certain point, she's like, wait a minute, I enslaved actual people? Get the fuck out! Go! Run! Get out of here! And yet she is being deemed as a villain. If it were a dude, people would say like, oh, the poor thing. But if it's a woman, oh my god, witch hunt, literally. So let's jump into the fight. Whoever comes in and says like, well, actually, shut the fuck up. I didn't ask for your opinion on that situation. I hold firmly my stance on Wanda. She's been hurt. She needs therapy. And she needs a fucking hug. She lost so much. But if it's Doctor Strange, oh, small slap on the wrist? No, screw that. Fight. All right, come on, girls.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
Please, Scarlet Witch, you gotta win. I love you.
With magic.
Let the magic begin. And starting with Zatanna, of course.
Oh, thank you. And for my first trick,
Lordy, there she is. Hi.
ta-da!
Ta-da!
You, what sort of two-bit sorceress do you think you are? Two-bit?
Lordy. Girls, you're both pretty.
Perhaps I was being generous.
Oh god. Please, make it good. Make it good. I mean,
All part of the show, folks.
yeah, all part of the show. I was about to say that, like, make a show for the audience. Bunnies! Ah, look at the bun buns. No, not the hats. Don't kill the bunnies. Well, they're cards, at least.
Huh?
Sakura cards. What? Superman. Oh, boo. That's a low blow. No.
I'd say this calls for an avenger.
Boo. You! Summoning the Hulk! Woo! In reality, I think if Superman and Hulk fought, I think Superman would win because, I mean, come on, underneath the sun. Yeah, Thor!
Do you know the difference between you and I?
Power, bitch!
Well, I think the difference is...
Presentation?
Present!
Woo! Yeah, Mega Mind for the win!
And I know a trick. When I see it.
Oh, boo! No, no! Oh shit! Reality! Woo! Oh, this is cool, bruh. Yeah. Alternate realities.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and disappear.
Oh, ouch. Okay, this is fun. Dodgeball, girl, dodgeball. Oh shit. Oh scheiße. I think it's too soon. Yeah, there we go. Knew it.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me.
And for my final
She's gonna die?
No more witches.
Oh, there it is. Oh no, please, no. Zatanna won. Oh well.
and that's our
Ouch.
and germs.
It was still entertaining. Like, I'm not sad at all that I didn't that I didn't win.
Magic trick that's to die for.
Analyzing this
Aw.
matchup was like walking on a tightrope. It could fall either way at any point.
Because at the end of the day, both these ladies could do basically
Yeah.
anything with their magic. All they had to do was think and shit would happen. They were totally even. At her peak, Wanda was able to threaten the stability of all creation.
And at Zatanna's best, she was
Ooh.
able to hold back Prolaya, who could do the exact same thing. And
Oh,
despite some
yeah.
differences, the omniversal cosmologies of Marvel and DC Comics are roughly equivalent in size and scope. All that was left for us to look at was their weaknesses.
While both were as powerful as one another, Wanda needed to tap into the life force to reach that pinnacle, and doing so threatened her sanity.
Let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers were at their maximum.
Despite admitting that she was way stronger, Doctor Strange managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly knocked her out cold.
His wits against her mental instability were enough
Yeah.
to turn the tide.
Told ya,
To be
she
clear,
needs
that
therapy.
ability definitely wouldn't affect her power. She was still strong enough to create a completely new alternate reality and then erase it just as easily. What it would do is leave her open.
Yeah.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant population left unaffected, likely due to interference from Strange and Emma Frost.
Huh.
Against Zatanna, who was just as strong and not losing her mind, she wouldn't be able to afford that kind of lapse, even for an instant.
On the other hand, Zatanna has
There we
managed to
go.
maintain her willpower fighting foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch, so she didn't have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember, she doesn't actually need to say her spells backwards.
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in the past, even against beings as strong as Prolaya.
Oh, okay.
Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on her toes to hang.
Yeah,
with
Wanda
long
has
enough
a
to get
has a
everything
shorter
she
temper
loved.
compared.
While there were definitely versions of this battle that could have ended with Wanda victorious, Zatanna's cooler head and effortless magic allowed her to prevail.
I guess you could say Wanda never saw it
Boo!
coming. and Zatanna
She never saw it
maxed them off her.
coming.
The winner is Zatanna.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all compared to other death battles. This was a cool fight. Not to mention, I mean, come on. I'm pro, like, seeing two women fight to the like extent of their abilities. And there we go. Here's the next fight that I was unfortunately spoiled on. It is Jonathan Joestar versus Tanjiro Hamado. Why is Jonathan fighting my son? My son! I love Tanjiro. Oh, of course, also with Nezuko. I love Nezuko and Inosuke, and I'm forgetting his name. The Nezuko-chan. I'm forgetting his name for some reason, but it's I love them. I love Demon Slayer. It's such a good anime. But for now, I am watching my Dress Up Darling for the 10th time in 3 languages. Well, Japanese with the English subtitles. The English dub, which is about to finish next Saturday, and also same next Saturday it's finishing the Spanish dub, the Latino Spanish dub. Oh god, I love my Dress Up Darling. Please watch it. It's such a good comfort anime with a bit of, well, of course, the obvious, oh, Japan, why do you put this horny stuff here? But it's still a wholesome anime. It's really good. But yeah, Zatanna versus the Scarlet Witch. You saw me debating in the portion where I was choosing who I thought was gonna win, you know, my vote, Scarlet Witch or Zatanna, and Zatanna's abilities did get there, but I did not think about the mentality. Oof, that's what I mean whenever I watch these. Some information escapes me, and it's okay. This is for fun. And that fight was amazing. I really did like it. I really did like how Zatanna, despite being thrown off a little bit by Scarlet Witch, that she still kept her cool. Even like for example, with the little orbs of galaxies and alternate realities. She was just juggling them as if it were nothing. That was funny. That was good. And that was kind of like a taunt for Wanda, and that was Zatanna just like, hey, if you have this weakness, I'm gonna keep on doing it, not to mention doing a show, because she was making a show. Sorry, I just really like this fight. It was fun. It was oh my god, it was amazing. It was funny. Oh god, and poor Wanda. I love her, but she needs a damn hug. I can't wait for the movie though, the Multiverse of Madness. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be dope. It's gonna be like... So thank you all so much for watching. Please write down below who you thought was gonna win and whether or not you won. And hopefully for next time, I do not get spoiled on who's gonna fight after Jonathan Joestar and Tanjiro end their death battle. Thank you all again. Please get the booster shot if you can. Get vaccinated and stay safe. Keep wearing your masks.